As we navigate the journey of aging, many of us take pride in our healthy choices, swapping sugary snacks for vibrant vegetables, sipping on fresh juices, and embracing the power of plant-based nutrition. But what if, hidden beneath the colorful surfaces of our favorite foods, there are risks that become more pronounced as we grow older? The experience of Martha, a retired schoolteacher with a passion for reading, serves as a powerful reminder that even the most celebrated vegetables can present challenges for our eyes and overall well-being, especially in the context of aging bodies and unique biochemistry. Let's start with beets, a vegetable often praised for its deep red color and rich nutrient profile. Beets are naturally high in nitrates, compounds that under the right circumstances can be converted by the body into nitric oxide. This molecule plays a crucial role in relaxing blood vessels and supporting healthy circulation, which is why athletes and health enthusiasts often reach for beet juice to boost endurance. However, the story changes with age. As the gut microbiome shifts, often due to antibiotics, dietary changes, or simply the aging process, the balance of bacteria that convert nitrates can be thrown off. In seniors with gut dysbiosis, these natural nitrates may instead be transformed into nitrosamines, a class of compounds linked to increased oxidative stress and inflammation. Oxidative stress is especially dangerous in the sensitive tissue of the retina. Here, a delicate balance of antioxidants and pro-oxidants determines whether cells thrive or begin to deteriorate. In Martha's case, her well-intentioned routine of drinking beet juice every other morning was inadvertently fueling a process that could accelerate the progression of age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. The energizing rush she felt masked a hidden danger, one that crept in quietly, without obvious warning signs. Next, consider the sweet potato, a root vegetable often celebrated as a superfood. Its orange flesh is packed with beta-carotene, the compound responsible for its vibrant color and its role as a precursor to vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for vision, supporting the health of the cornea and enabling us to see in low light. But here's where the science gets complicated. The human body must convert beta-carotene into the active form of vitamin A, a process that relies on specific enzymes and, importantly, on genetics. Many older adults, particularly those of European ancestry, carry genetic variations that impair this conversion. As a result, instead of providing vision-protecting benefits, excessive beta-carotene can accumulate in the body and, under certain conditions, act as a pro-oxidant. This means that rather than neutralizing harmful molecules, it can actually contribute to oxidative damage in retinal cells. Martha, unaware of this genetic quirk, enjoyed baked sweet potatoes and took beta-carotene supplements, thinking she was supporting her eyesight. In reality, she was tipping the delicate balance in her eyes toward harm. Eggplant, a staple in Mediterranean and Asian cuisines, brings its own set of challenges. This glossy, purple vegetable contains solanine, a glycoalkaloid compound found in nightshades. For most people, the small amounts present in eggplant pose no threat. But as we age, our body's ability to detoxify and maintain gut integrity can diminish. Seniors with a compromised gut lining or slowed liver function may absorb higher levels of solanine, which can provoke low-grade chronic inflammation. Over time, this inflammation can extend to sensitive tissues like the optic nerve, increasing susceptibility to degenerative eye conditions. Martha often roasted eggplant with olive oil, savoring its taste and heart-healthy reputation, never suspecting that it might be contributing to the subtle irritation in her eyes. Then there's the green bell pepper, Crunchy, colorful, and loaded with vitamin C, it seems like the perfect addition to any salad. Yet, like eggplant, green bell peppers belong to the nightshade family and carry their own suite of alkaloids. In some seniors, repeated exposure to these compounds can provoke an immune response, causing chronic, low-level inflammation. This inflammation, though barely perceptible, can accumulate over time, subtly affecting vision by irritating the optic nerve and contributing to the slow decline associated with age-related eye diseases. Martha, who sprinkled green bell pepper strips onto her lunch salads, had no idea that this simple habit could play a role in her visual struggles. Facing the realization that her favorite foods were undermining her vision was deeply emotional for Martha. For someone who had spent her life teaching children to read and inspiring a love of learning, the prospect of losing her own ability to read was nothing short of devastating. Yet Martha's story is not unique. Across the globe, countless seniors are unwittingly hastening their own visual decline by consuming certain vegetables too frequently or in ways their aging bodies can no longer tolerate. So what steps can be taken to protect our vision without giving up the foods we love? The answer lies not in elimination, but in moderation, mindful preparation, and personalization. For example, lightly steaming spinach or boiling it briefly can significantly reduce its oxalate content, making it safer for those prone to kidney stones or oxalate-related issues. With beets, rotating intake and prioritizing gut health can help minimize the formation of harmful nitrosamines. When it comes to beta-carotene, keeping an eye on intake, especially from supplements, and consuming a variety of colored vegetables can help maintain a healthy antioxidant balance. For nightshades like eggplant and green bell pepper, those with known sensitivities or a family history of eye conditions may benefit from limiting their intake or choosing alternatives. After seeking guidance from a functional nutritionist and making thoughtful changes to her diet, Martha's vision began to stabilize. The persistent haze that once clouded her mornings gradually lifted, restoring not just her sight, but her confidence and sense of agency. More than the physical improvements, it was the emotional relief, the knowledge that she could influence her health, that mattered most. Martha's journey is a call to all of us to approach nutrition with curiosity, respect for our unique biology, and a willingness to adapt as we age. The vegetables we have trusted for decades may require a fresh perspective. As we age, the choices we make about what we eat can carry profound consequences for our health, sometimes in ways we never expect. Martha's story is a powerful reminder of this hidden truth. Like so many, she believed in the power of nutrition and embraced a colorful, vegetable-rich diet, confident that these choices would safeguard her well-being. Yet, beneath the surface of these wholesome foods lurked complexities her body could no longer manage with the ease of youth. Take beets, for example. Their deep ruby color signals a wealth of nutrients, and indeed, they are known to support cardiovascular health thanks to their natural nitrate content. Nitrates convert to nitric oxide, which helps dilate blood vessels, improving blood flow and boosting energy, a benefit Martha enjoyed each morning as she sipped her beet juice. But in seniors, especially those with compromised gut flora, a hidden risk emerges. The microbiome begins to shift with age, and in some, this leads to gut dysbiosis, a state where harmful bacteria outnumber the beneficial ones. In this environment, the body's process of metabolizing nitrates can change. Instead of supporting health, excess nitrates may be converted into nitrosamines, compounds that promote oxidative stress and inflammation. These damaging molecules can find their way to sensitive tissues, including the retina, where they accelerate degeneration, a process that can culminate in age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Martha had no idea that her invigorating morning ritual, designed to energize her day, could be speeding up the very loss of sight she sought to avoid. She is not brought alone. Many seniors, eager to do right by their bodies, are unaware of how age and individuality transform the way foods interact with their health. Another example lies in the sweet potato, a vegetable widely lauded for its high beta-carotene content. Beta-carotene is a precursor to vitamin A, essential for maintaining healthy vision. But the conversion of beta-carotene to active vitamin A is not automatic. It depends on specific enzymes, and the efficiency of these enzymes is determined in part by our genes. A significant portion of people, especially those of European descent, carry genetic variants that slow this conversion. The result? Beta-carotene can accumulate in the body, and under certain conditions, instead of acting as a helpful antioxidant, it transforms into a pro-oxidant, contributing to cellular damage, particularly in the delicate cells of the retina. Martha, like many, saw sweet potatoes as a nutritional powerhouse. She baked them, added them to salads, and even took supplements containing beta-carotene, believing she was protecting her eyes. In reality, she was inadvertently creating an environment that fostered oxidative stress, the very condition she hoped to avoid. Eggplant, too, comes with its own set of cautions. A beloved staple in many cuisines, its glossy purple skin and creamy flesh are rich in fiber and antioxidants. However, eggplant also contains solanine, a glycoalkaloid present in all nightshade vegetables. While small amounts are generally harmless, the aging body can struggle to detoxify solanine efficiently, especially if the gut lining is compromised or if the liver's capacity to process toxins is diminished. For some, this means that low-grade inflammation becomes a daily companion, subtly affecting tissues throughout the body, including the optic nerve. The result can be increased irritation and a heightened risk of eye diseases, all from a food once thought to be purely beneficial. Martha frequently roasted eggplant, pairing it with olive oil for what she believed was the ultimate heart-healthy side dish. The cumulative effect of years of regular consumption, however, took a toll that crept up silently as low-level inflammation slowly undermined her eye health. Green bell peppers, bright and crisp, seem like the perfect addition to any meal. Their vitamin C content is often celebrated, and their refreshing crunch adds life to salads and stir-fries. Yet as members of the nightshade family, they too contain alkaloids that can irritate the nervous system in sensitive individuals. For some seniors, repeated exposure doesn't just cause digestive discomfort. It can spark an immune response, leading to chronic, low-grade inflammation that subtly but steadily impairs vision. Martha's daily salad, colorful and seemingly wholesome, became another source of hidden risk. She, like millions of others, never suspected that these everyday choices might be contributing to the gradual dimming of the world around her. The realization that foods she once trusted could undermine her vision was an emotional blow. For Martha, who had spent decades nurturing a love of reading in children, the prospect of losing her own ability to read was almost unthinkable, but knowledge became her ally. With the help of a functional nutritionist, Martha learned that she didn't need to eliminate these foods entirely. She simply needed to adapt. Moderation, she discovered, was key. By rotating her vegetables and preparing them with care, lightly steaming spinach to reduce oxalates, limiting beet intake, and focusing on gut health, diversifying her sources of antioxidants, and being mindful of nightshades, she reclaimed control over her health. Within months, the fog that had clouded her mornings began to lift. Her eyesight stabilized, and with it came a renewed sense of independence and hope. Martha's journey is a lesson for us all. As we age, our bodies change, and so too must our approach to nutrition. What nourished us in youth may need to be reconsidered as the years go by. This does not mean abandoning healthy eating, but rather embracing a more personalized, thoughtful approach, one that respects the wisdom of our bodies and the uniqueness of our genetic and metabolic makeup. For those concerned about vision health, the message is clear. Stay curious, ask questions, and be open to new information. Consult with healthcare professionals who understand the nuances of aging and nutrition. Listen to your body and don't be afraid to adjust your habits as needed. The foods we eat are powerful tools in our quest to age well. Used wisely, they can protect our sight and our independence. Used without awareness, even the healthiest choices can carry hidden risks. By learning from Martha's experience, we can all take steps to preserve the precious gift of vision and continue enjoying the world in all its vibrant color for years to come.